Heyo. Heyo! Live from the Cleveland Public Library, a Tuesday Uber Nugget edition of Business Pants.
What?
I don't hear any music. Joined as always by Emma. The M is for Nuggets lurking, and Matt, the other M is for Mullet Muscardi. I'm Clarified Margarine. In today's Bing Map shaped bag of Walmart flavored nuggets called July 26th, 2022. Nuggets, 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 nuggets.
Nuggets! Yeah, there should be Nuggets music right now, but Riverside not accommodating very well. Maybe it'll pop up as we go. Let's just do this thing. There's no Emma today.
Yeah, where's Emma?
I guess actually she decided to get a real job.
Yeah, but then who's going to look at me funny when my jokes fail one after the other after the other? Ready? Come on, ready for
Don't
Nuggets?
worry. I got you covered.
Let's start with our apology tour. This one's for you, Matt. Right off the bat, get you going. In our Hey Ma,
Yes.
you were right. T-Mobile said the settlement contains no admission of liability, wrongdoing, or responsibility. Tell Dad. Headline of the week.
Thing.
T-Mobile to pay $350 million to customers due to data breach.
What a weird thing for a kid to tell his mom.
When are they ever going to have to admit any liability, wrongdoing, responsibility? Is it ever going to happen? Are we ever going to achieve
I'm
that
pretty sure
America?
a corporation could stab someone and still not.
That's my
be-
dream America.
Yeah. That the dream is that they stab someone or that they admit guilt.
Everything. I want it all. And our populist math says this is the equivalent of paying 1/10 of 1 penny of its annual revenue for deliberately misleading regulators. Headline of the week. KPMG to pay $18.4 million for misleading regulator over audits.
You know, audits is their core function.
The tribunal that covered this case in the UK was really pissed off at them. Like, they really came down heavily, used some strong language. But hey, you know, 1/10 of 1 penny is a start. It's a start.
I mean,
Is it not?
This is. Wouldn't this be like? I mean, fine. If your core business was to do one thing,
Yeah.
and you tricked people about what you were actually doing with your core business,
Deliberately.
shouldn't it be a little more bad
Well,
to do that?
It is technically a fine.
Oh.
As
in puns, which terrible.
And our Rogers board also apologized. We are truly sorry. We didn't think it was mathematically possible for 15 white people to all fail at once. We are a proud, inbred corporation controlled by the Rogers family. And I can promise you that we will discuss this seriously at our Secret Santa all-white, despite our commitment to diversity and operating in multicultural Canada, Rogers Family Christmas Party in December 2024. Headline of the week. Whoa.
Wow, that is quite the headline. Who's the writer?
Rogers CEO says firm failed. Will spend heavily to fix network.
Wow.
I was just impressed.
That's it. Firm
There's more.
failed.
I was just impressed with this board because there are more Rogers family women on the board than just normal women. There's 3 Rogers family women and only 1 normal woman.
Does
And
that
I
count
don't
as
think I've seen
diversity?
15 white people, despite their commitment to diversity. I haven't seen that in a while. I was just impressed. Very inbred. I really liked it.
You know what the amazing part is? They'll end up on a like women on boards index somewhere because they have that many women.
That many sisters and cousins. And
Also 2 for 2 on firms who have one core responsibility saying they failed to do that one responsibility.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, at least the Canadian part of the story is at least they admitted they failed.
I mean, yeah, in the talking points. Did they
In the talking
admit
points.
that they failed in any other way? Like legally?
Nothing's going to happen.
Okay, thank God.
Other than they're going to keep trying to do stuff, I guess.
Do your stuff.
Over to our bro culture. In other news, cows are animals. Headline of the week. Ex-Goldman banker tipped squash buddy on deals in insider trading probe.
Oh, I think I see what you did there. Because it's obvious.
I mostly put that in because I wanted Emma to react and get really upset, but she's not here.
Well, I'm not really upset, except for the fact that I didn't know people still played squash.
Well,
Like, could you
Goldman
be more?
Bros.
Could you be more stereotypical than being
Actually-
the Goldman bro who played squash?
Full disclosure, maybe because I'm incredibly lazy, I don't get the appeal of squash over racquetball. Racquetball is very enjoyable and fast. I don't get squash. It's too
Look,
low to
all-
the ground.
All I know is I grew up in Rhode Island where highlight was still a thing. It's like the most
Oh, yeah.
dangerous ball on
Connecticut,
wall
too.
game
Yeah.
you can play. All
Yeah.
these games are just weak sauce compared to highlight.
In our finally some good news. Speaking of Emma Lurking, finally some good news out of Texas. Yeah, that's right. Actually, good news out of Texas. And Emma Lurking's dream job double dip headline of the week.
Ooh, double dip it.
Delivery app chooses Texas man as first ever chief taco officer.
Wow. Wow. A chief taco. Is that a CTO? Is that going to be confused with chief technology officers when they put him in the NEOs?
Either way, that he's going to be promoted to CFO before any woman who's the chief human resources officer. I hate to tell you.
Oh, well, I
Despite my-
mean, come
despite
on.
my
Come
hope.
on. Don't ruin the headline. I like the idea of a CTO where they have to correct someone on an investor call. No, that's taco, not technology. Taco,
Yeah, that's
not technology.
iceberg lettuce, you idiot.
I like that.
Moving over to deepfake meat in our ew, nobody eats wildebeest with ketchup anymore. Headline of the week: lab-grown wildebeest on the menu as cultured meat market grows. Whoa.
Okay. Okay. We need to back way out of this.
Yeah, I'm not even really clear what a wildebeest is. That's how dumb I am. I'm kind of clear. What is it,
I
like a
mean-
boar? What is it?
No, it's not a boar. It's
But it's like, doesn't it,
it's
does
like
it
an
have like
African buffalo. It's an African
tusks?
buffalo.
What's going on here?
Little horns. Come on. Haven't you ever watched the Planet Earth, the BBC, David Attenborough?
Wildebeest. I
That's
skip
like
over that
everything.
episode.
Wildebeest is the thing that gets eaten in every episode. It's like every single one of those documentaries,
true.
a
That's
wildebeest
true.
gets eaten.
They try to take a left, and the cheetah takes a right, and then they eat the
that's
wildebeest.
that's
yeah.
the whole thing, right? But
Yeah.
I'm wondering, why are we manufacturing wildebeest meat? Is there demand for that? What are we doing? Who's
Look,
eating
you know
that?
me. I love the plant-based meat world, but get your like sausages done better first. I don't know. Improve
Yeah,
the
can
chicken.
we
I
start
don't know.
with? I mean, like poultry makes up. There's 127 million. I think it's like tons of poultry produced every single year, and
Yeah.
wildebeest doesn't even rate. Can we get chicken? Just get a chicken.
Let's go over to our drugs category.
No, I
In
could
our
use
in our addiction, Zuckerberg, influencer, Zuck, weed, living my best life, college dropout, butt implants, growth at all costs, young Mark, blackout challenge, BFF lens, headline of the week.
I don't know what just happened.
Facebook's big changes could mean the end of the old social network era. And here's how we're all in a TikTok world now.
Is that true? Can we end the old social network?
I gotta tell you, I spend a very little bit of time on Instagram. You know, that's a Zuck, of course, a Zuck company, and for our company, for Free Float Media, and it has turned into TikTok. It's all random nonsense. I used to just see the people that we followed and my friends that I followed. Now it's nonsense. It's just nonsense. They're just throwing content at you, meaningless content, just to addict you and keep you there. It's all nothing means anything anymore.
Flip.
Meaningless.
Flip,
It's all meaningless.
Flip. Good. Yeah, I know. Well,
I guess, is that better? Maybe that's an improvement.
I
It's
let's
better
just
than.
say I hate it all and move on.
Well, it's okay. Speaking of moving on, why don't you take over for a little bit?
All right. This is going. You're going to sense a theme really quickly here. In our,
Yeah.
if it happened to one person, it could happen to you. Air travel headline of the week, part 1.
Okay.
British Airways wouldn't let a mother pick up her lost luggage without her 7-year-old daughter's permission.
I don't really quite understand that. Well, like, it wouldn't let her pick up off the floor because maybe she had a hernia or something. Like,
No, her lost luggage came in. They found it, but they said you cannot actually get the luggage unless your 7-year-old says it's okay.
None of that's clear to me.
In our, if it happened to one person, it could happen to you. Air travel headline of the week, part 2.
Ooh, I like this.
Air Canada sent my 2 cats to San Francisco without me. Passenger.
Lucky. That's lucky. I love San Francisco. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I mean, the cats are living their best life.
Yeah.
The,
No,
the passenger's annoyed, but the cats are really happy.
Yeah.
In our If It Happened to One Person, It Could Happen to You, Air Travel Headline of the Week, Part 3. Delta forgot to put passenger's wheelchair on plane to Ireland from New York.
But do you need to be in a wheelchair on a plane? Like, I guess you do. Wait, I don't
when
understand.
you get off the plane, you do.
Does it
but
fit
they
in the aisle? Oh, get
They
off
have
the plane.
wheelchairs in Ireland, don't they? Like you can.
They have a lot of wheelchairs in the airports too.
I mean, I imagine that
It does feel like a
it's
problem.
not like you can't get anywhere. It's just really annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying.
In our If It Happened to One Person, It Could Happen to You, Air Travel Headline of the Week, Part 4.
Yeah.
Disabled passenger says pilot had to help off plane when no staff came.
Okay, but why can't a pilot help? I don't understand. What are we talking about here? Is that strange that the pilot would help?
In our If It Happened to One Person, It Could Happen to You, Air Headline of the Week, Part 5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's maybe my favorite, too. Cruise passenger embarrassed over wearing sweatpants for 15-day trip of a lifetime after Air Canada failed to deliver her delayed baggage, report says.
Wait a minute. I've been on a cruise. There's a gift shop. Don't they have terrible khakis and shorts?
This cruise passenger had to wear sweatpants for 15 days.
Yeah, I'd be embarrassed too if I bought a 15-day cruise.
Hasn't Emma been wearing sweatpants for like 22 years?
Yeah, soft pants. They call it soft pants.
I don't. Stop me when this is bad. In our If It Happened to One Person, It Could Happen to You. Air Travel Headline of the Week, Part 6. Hawaiian Airlines passenger kicked off plane due to invalid ticket.
Well, what does that mean? Like mid-flight? Where are we going with this one?
Got on the plane. They said your ticket's actually invalid. Got off the plane.
Well,
had to take
that makes
daughter
sense.
off.
That's how it works.
Then
if you don't have the
figured
right
out
ticket.
then plane leaves and they figure out, oh, sorry, ticket wasn't invalid.
Here's a fun fact. You know, I still haven't been on a plane since the pandemic.
Here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
All of those 6 nuggets were entirely from Business Insider.
Yeah.
Every single
they do
one of
this.
them.
This is their thing.
The only content on Business Insider right now, except they missed this last update.
Let's do it.
In our You missed one, Business Insider, but I'm sure you'll get to it since you only cover individual cases of shitty air travel experiences from social media now. Air Travel Headline of the Week, Part 7.
Whoa.
Air Canada reimburses passenger $1,200 in expenses after her bag was delayed for 2 days.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. $600 per day. I'll take that deal.
Apparently,
what was she doing? Yeah.
She was like on a trip and needed like particular clothes and then had to go buy them all.
I don't buy any of that. I don't buy any of that.
Reimbursed her. Well, look, she could have been wearing sweatpants for 15
I was
days.
going to say that other woman was from Canada too, right? Why couldn't they share sweatpants?
I like all these ideas.
You wear them in the day, I wear them at night. Problem solved.
And what I'm hoping is that we can have as much content about one person's shitty experience on an airplane for the rest of the summer as
it's
possible.
Gonna happen. It's going to happen, believe me.
Business Insider, you listening? This is the content we all want.
Let's get back to the actual news.
That was real news.
Let's start in dystopia. In our chess-playing robot breaks child's finger headline of the week. Chess-playing robot breaks child's finger at Moscow event.
Yeah, I love that was a fake headline and a real headline.
Oh, I love this. What do you think was happening here?
Really
You think the chess-playing robot saw that the child was about to put them into check, and they just like got angry and broke its finger? Like, what happened?
I mean, and actually, when I saw that the event was in Moscow, I was like, aren't you all like mourning the fact that you're in war or celebrating nationalism? Who has time for a chess event?
Yeah, and shouldn't you be better? Robot? Shouldn't you be better at chess anyway than a robot if you're from Moscow?
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for robot like headlines like chess playing robot pants' child at chess event. That's what I'm waiting for.
In our Hey Ma, Scruff Scruff the chicken stole my blue Powerade. Tell Dad. Headline of the week. Europe's baked farms see corn wilt. Sports drinks for chickens.
What?
Hey, this is this is out of Bloomberg. I don't do Business Insider like you do. I don't rely on that old crutch. This is Bloomberg reporting. Yeah, it sounds like they're feeding Gatorade to chickens out there in Europe. How about that?
Gatorade doesn't. It's just sugar. It doesn't do with. It's not. You could give them water,
but it's
you don't have
colored
to give
sugar.
them I guess that's true.
Yeah, that's
do we know what Gatorade does to chickens? Do we know?
Well, wait, isn't that how they make the Easter eggs during Easter? The different colored eggs?
Is that the way? I don't know. I'm an atheist. I don't.
Almost positive. In our, he's back for this one. In our Hey Ma, I found a new show on Disney Plus we can watch. Take the Hot Pockets out of the freezer and tell Dad. Headline of the week. A West Coast port worker union is fighting robots. Did you ever watch that show? I think it's a George Lucas production.
Are they? They're like, is it like the robot that broke the child's finger?
That's what I hope. But no,
they're punching one another.
They're just trying to save their jobs from automation. Unfortunately.
They're fighting automation. Who is writing these headlines? I mean, first of all, the last one they used the word baked because they're running out of heat-related adjectives for Europe at this point.
Again, I don't lean on Business Insider like you do. This one's CNBC.
And CNBC, they know the way they phrase that makes it sound like they are in the back of a parking lot punching a robot, right? That's how they wrote it.
That's the dream. That's my dream. In our Just Shut Up and Dribble headline of the week, Unilever urges Ben & Jerry's to avoid political rows. Fights. Can I tell you the quote? I love this quote.
Yes, I want to know the
quote. From the CEO of Unilever. This is throwing some shade here. This is throwing some shade at Ben & Jerry's. There is plenty for Ben & Jerry's to get their teeth into on their social justice mission without straying into geopolitics, and I'm sure the brand will continue to enjoy a very bright future doing just that. I like that. They're basically back off, you wimps.
Well, first of all, worth noting, Unilever owns Ben & Jerry's.
Well, Ben & Jerry's has one of the most interesting merger contracts known to companies, which is they were bought, but they told their new daddy back the F off. You cannot control us.
Can you contractually say back the F off to someone who owns 51% of you?
It's in there.
That's what it says. That's the real language. And second of all, isn't the very nature of social justice not avoiding geopolitical commentary?
Exactly. That's the fun of this headline. It's the fun of all of it.
I just want to make sure.
I went to middle school with Ryan and Heath. They were pretty good at gym, but otherwise everybody hated them. Headline of the week. Heathrow hits back at bizarre Ryanair criticism. This really should have been yours, I guess. But I guess Ryanair criticized. I just love that the airports are now fighting with the airline. This is my new favorite thing. But Ryanair criticized Heathrow for not hiring enough baggage handlers to deal with the crisis. But then Heathrow was like, hey, assholes. The airlines hire the baggage handlers to deal with the baggage.
Correct. That's correct.
I just like this. I love where this is going.
I like that they're arguing about who actually hired there are people there, right? And Ryanair cares so deeply about its people it doesn't even know that they're theirs.
But we make cars that you can plug into your wall, damn it, so you can't blame us for stuff. Headline of the week. Corporate carbon offset company accidentally starts devastating wildfire.
Wow.
I shouldn't laugh at that.
Well, you should. Do they have to offset the carbon that they just emitted?
How do you offset that? You just you hand out a lot of water bottles at the next Tour de France. How do
I'm
you
not
offset
sure. I think basically now, I think actually they'd be better off planting kelp farms. There's less damage you can do
that? Yeah,
if you're doing that.
And finally, I'm sure you're happy this is the last one.
No, I love nuggets. I could keep going.
In our number 1, you're still technically alive. Number 2, Trump will eventually die.
That's great.
And number 3, wait, what was number 1 again? Headline of the week? 3 reasons to not be completely depressed about the climate crisis.
That
Actually,
sounds
that
like
one-
Business Insider.
I was going to say that is from Business Insider. Yeah.
I mean,
They're very good at their clickbait game. Let's give them credit.
but come on. 3 reasons to not be completely depressed.
Completely depressed.
Suggests you should
Do you
be
wanna hear the
mostly
reasons?
depressed? Yes,
Want to hear the
I
reason
do.
before we get out of here?
Take me the reasons.
The price of solar and wind power has dropped dramatically in the past decade.
Okay.
The scariest warming predictions have been scaled back. Is that true? I didn't.
No,
I didn't
not
even- no.
true. No, it doesn't seem true to me.
And the U.S. has slashed emissions by more than 17% without major climate policies. That seems hopeful, I guess.
Has it?
I don't know.
Are they counting the pandemic, which forced everyone to cut emissions? Because no
Yeah,
one
that's
moved?
probably. Yeah, that's probably.
It's-
You get a
it's
little
just a
credit. Pandemic
statistical
credit.
blip.
Yeah, pandemic
Oh, good.
credit.
Business Insider, go back to covering single human beings who have bad flight experiences. I think that's your bread and butter. Let's stay out of climate. That is all we have for Nuggets today.
That's enough.
That was
Enough.
Damian Rallis, and I am Matt Muscardi. Emma lurks, and we'll be back with us tomorrow. Tomorrow's Woke Wednesday. Come back then.
Hey.